Hello and welcome back to Soulstorm LP. Of course, the game operator and narrator Soul. Welcome back to the Pegasus expedition. Where we left off was not good. It was less than desirable. We found a traitor in our midst, and we have accidentally wound up going to war, which we are not ready for, which is just awesome. And especially when you sit there and look at the fleets we're going to be going against. Reed and his crew have decided that it is time to bust out the big guns, and we are lacking, to say the least. We have two fleets that might be contenders, but for the most part, the rest of our fleets are horrendously underpowered. So, what do we have in research right now? Well, we already have advanced construction, tier 2, which is good. We're going to leave that rocking for magnetic shield and nanofiber habitats, because that will allow us to actually open up additional worlds. But we need to go ahead and we need colonies, because we need our tier 2 structures. And the only one we have is Corin, unfortunately. And we just got this set up in a manner where it was going to be just fine. So, unfortunately, we're going to drop some of these strip mines. We'll drop 2 for right at this very exact second. And start looking at what we're going to need here. We can get orbital dry docks for tier 2 cruisers. Advanced munitions for tier 2 artillery. And I can drop one more and get our tier 2 carrier plants up and running as well. Now, the bright side is power should roughly remain about the same, but we are going to have to focus a bit more on power generation. So let's go back to Zaire. Get another solar harvester up and running. We are going to need it. And that, unfortunately, is the best we can do at the moment. So fingers crossed we don't accidentally get drawn into this combat situation here too early. We shall see, though. We shall see. Hopefully they decide to just go after the first expeditionary fleet's additional structures. And you know what? The Ika clan here is actually starting to be a little bit of a hassle. Clearly they're at war with the first expeditionary fleet. And unless they actually prove to be a pain in the neck for the Pegasus Republic, we may have to remove them. Again, we won't be able to do that now, though. We don't have the fleet power. So we gotta fix that. Dr. Lorenz, how are the 2 portals on Project Argus? Yeah, time is starting to run out. It's all going very well. I was about to bring up Project Argus. We may now start constructing facilities supporting it, preferably in our colonies to have the necessary infrastructure. These facilities will divert some of our power production to the portal. I'd say something like 5 of them should be enough. Let's say 6 just to be sure. Very good. And the portals? The progress is faster than we expected. Apparently it gets easier every time we build a new one. We've avoided many missteps this time. Learning from our past mistakes. What an unexpected phenomenon. Yeah, well, were you aware that humanity is capable of that? Not from my past experiences. Nice to see that even we are able to improve. How long do you expect it to take until the portals are ready, Dr. Lorenz? It looks like we could have the old portal repaired in a few months. We also have the upgraded blueprints for the new one almost ready. We can begin constructing the segments very soon. So, we'll be making our final push very soon. I hope the situation here will allow us to do that. We need to prioritize if necessary. This comes first and fighting for some border systems only second. We are not here to stay, necessarily. So we'll be able to construct the infrastructure for Project Argus right away? Yes. You can now give the orders. The schematics and blueprints have been provided to all of our governors. Well, how many fleets do we need to be ready initially? I'd say 3 fleets that are at full strength and equipped as well as possible. More than that would be impractical. We'll send more through later when the first wave has established a foothold. Very good. We'll proceed with that. Oi! Yes, sir. So it looks like we are still screwed. Ah. Sir, Hartley has asked me this as soon as possible, now that VK seems to be safe. The closest possible chance will be now, so are we up to it? Yes, let's go. Welcome. Thank you for your assistance. We believe Reed was preparing an offensive towards Veek, but your presence seems to have made him change his mind. So Veek is safe, for now. What now then? Well, we've used every single day you've given us by your presence. We'll soon be able to hold out on our own. We should take the fight to him. A lot of your forces sided with him in the end. Given how stupid his plan is overall, it's quite remarkable. You haven't seen him closely enough to understand. To be able to remain functional in the action, you need to trust your commander, no matter how irrational it might be. And Reed surely proved to his troops time and time again their trust wasn't misplaced. I met many of your troopers after Nova Bruno, Carolina, in the hospital. Those people followed you to hell and back, and were happily ready to do it all again. That is precisely what I mean. That is the feeling people like you and him induce in the ranks. You and Reed both lead with your hearts. People are attracted to that. I guess so. Reed was always fiercely on the side of his troops whenever he could. Rations, vacations, hospitals, you name it. And when he believed he had to choose between the cause and his men, he chose his men. Harry, we are not here to understand his actions. We are here to stop him. Officer Hartley, you said you believe we should go on the offensive. We should. So far he has had the initiative, and all we've been able to do is react to his attacks. We need to make him react. Attack him. Show him he needs to be afraid of you. So far he's had the initiative. Okay, we will do that as soon as possible. Until next time, best of luck. In the meantime. So, we'll worry about that when we actually get some functioning ships here. We gotta build some Argus facilities and take pressure off the first expeditionary fleet by going after some Pegasus Republic ships. Let's see about that one. Additionally, it looks like our... Oh, not Zuck. Yeah, Corn. Oop. Let me just push the right button here instead of pushing the wrong one all the time. Looks like our operatives are ready. So we should be able to grab them by going... Here we go. Any difference? Not really. They're all level 1. Hire this operative and we'll send him on over to Shioko. So we got some other issues to deal with here. Good to see you again. All pieces in place? Major General Urich and Special Operations Group Alexanderson as USOF are ready for the signal to begin the landing. USOF? European Union Special Operations Force. We don't get to pick the names. Please open the connection to Offshore Aurora. So, here we are again. Yes, I hope this meeting will be fruitful. We'll see. We propose an autonomous status for Shioko. Meaning what? Shioko would have its own government, elected democratically by its residents. The government would have the right to tax its residents and use the tax revenue solely for the development of Shioko itself. Therefore, the Shioko government would be part of Almos Tamar's administration, but it would hold the executive power in its own territory. You want to make us your governors, to rule for you in your place. No, not necessarily. And our army, you want it to stand down, right? Yes. This isn't going anywhere. We should signal the DSF and Major General Urich. We are not standing down. It's the only thing stopping you from just marching in and taking over. I'm inclined to agree with Minister Al-Hajir. You can naturally retain a police force that remains under the command of the elected government, but a military, it's too much. That's something my people will never accept. Director? Well, let's not give up just yet. What do you suggest then, Ashura? We can accept a vassal state relationship, with full independence in our internal affairs, and retaining our military intact. You sure are asking for quite a lot. And you should consider accepting. This is probably the best you can get without violence. This is preposterous. It's hard to accept, but it may still be the wiser option. It can be a viable option, but they haven't given. They can't have an unsupervised fleet. Otherwise, this vassalage can just serve as a stepping stone for them to continue the rebellion later. That makes sense. Assure Aurora, we can make concessions and possibly accept vassalage, but we need to be able to supervise your military, so that it is developed only to ensure your safety and not for anything else. No, our military is our pride and soul. You're not even going to try and negotiate about that? If we compromise our military in this deal, there's nothing stopping you from taking over again. That's it. We've tried long enough. Carolina? Sir, is it time? We tried, but yes, it is time. Good luck, Major General Urich. Commencing Operation Resurgence. All units, move out. You leave us alone. We won't threaten you, but you better not threaten us. Are we still playing along? As long as possible. You better keep your word, Ashura. What are you implying? What are you even negotiating for? Approaching the drop points. They haven't detected us yet. Go on, sir. We should continue these negotiations later. This is nonsense. What game are you playing? I see. This was just a ruse. This is so like you. This is exactly what we've learned to expect from... Silence her, please. We've landed. Seems like they've realized what's going on. DSF has surrounded the government building. Resistance is lighter than we expected. They really didn't think we'd do this. Dr. Lorenz, your science team is safe and sound. They don't get to bring home their stuff, although. Their work is almost as important as. We're evacuating now. How's the DSF? They're fighting in the government building. Ashura's HQ is really putting up a fight. Do they need help? No thanks. We found Ashura Aurora. Alive? More or less. She clearly didn't want to be captured alive. We're in orbit. It's over. It is indeed. It's unfortunate it had to come to this, but thank you for your support in this whole incident. Usoft did a great job down there. Luckily, we managed to resolve the situation in a somewhat satisfactory way. We will send you compensation for your expenses incurred during this situation. I hope we will continue our cooperation, Dr. Lorenz. The Golden World is yet to be found. So that was the end of the short-lived independent Shioko. We managed to do it pretty cleanly. We lost just a handful of men in the whole sweep. We've received reports that the precision and decisiveness of Operation Resurgence have somewhat eroded the popular support of some of the other known Malstraka resistance groups. Though this hardly made us more popular among them, a bit more feared perhaps. They don't need to like us if they just keep out of our way. To put it bluntly, yes. We've shown that we don't hesitate to use force if we have to. It's a good message to send. It felt pretty good to wear the jumpsuit and sit in the landing shuttle again. You people wear jumpsuits? Usoft does. You don't even know what their combat gear looks like? Well, luckily nobody needs to wear their combat gear where I work. Well, that's all then. We're not going to take a shot at them. All right. So that turn is done, and we are still trying to save up as much rare earths as we can to purge Bo. Do I need to move some fleets around? I might have to. I might leave the 82 there. But I think the 59... I could probably start coming back, and same with 68. I can come back as well and we'll start focusing on maybe potentially getting them up and either repaired or have the newer version of ships ready to rock. It is going to take a couple of turns. We're looking at 150 power draw here alone. It might be a good idea to upgrade to a fusion power plant as well. That'll offset that draw somewhat. We don't want to go back into negative energy. We're just starting to claw our way back up. We just got rid of the 50% mineral and rare earth extraction penalty. We need to get this number above 25%, and we get rid of that 25% penalty too. It'll be golden. Yeah. Yeah. What have we got in the... yeah, not much. We got a total of 90 fleet power defending this area. Yeah, all of our forces are right here. If they decide to try and do something... I don't know. Hopefully they get tied up in other stuff. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Mind you, I guess it isn't their turn anymore. They didn't do anything. That's weird. I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth too much then, I guess. What? U.S. Sukanaya incident? Director, there's been a quite outrageous incident. One of our smaller patrol vessels, the U.S. Sukanai, has been hijacked. Just like that, the perpetrators remain somewhat unidentified and have moved the vessel to the boundaries of the dark space. Hijacked our military vessel? How is that even possible? A little mystery to us as well, sir. But do you want to divert resources to investigate? Yes! Things like this don't just happen. Oh no. And what does Evan want? Sir, we said we could solve the situation without bloodshed and assaulted them nevertheless. I know it could have been worse, but honestly it could have been better too. Could always have been better, but good enough is good enough. And that's just the way she's gonna be. Sadly enough. We get those two fleets into position. Let's start looking at what we can do here. Oh, what do I need in order to swap out flagships? Not that. I think I need a fleet base. Shoot. I can swap out flagships here, I believe. Yes. Yes, I can. So I don't have to worry about it there. But as far as the fleets go, we're going to strip them right on down and rebuild them. These Eagles, these are tier 1, I believe. Yes, they are. Ajax, tier 2. Well, this is going to take a hot second. On the bright side, well, we get to finally upgrade everything. This is about to be very expensive, though, isn't it? I don't want to spend all my money. So you get 10% frigate damage and 10% cruiser damage. So if I focus 6 and 6, we should be good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. And that's all we got. Oh, it's going to be expensive for rare earth metals. The exact thing I don't want to spend money on. That's all right. Oh, what did Pegasus do? Are they fighting the Ika clan? Are they fighting the Ika clan? Or are they picking on the first expeditionary fleet still? Either way, if they get tied up, that's fine. That's exactly what we want to have happen. Them get tied up in something else, and then we can balance out our fleets, get that up and running. Director, Dr. Lorenz here says the blueprints are ready. The new portal is apparently easy to build. We just need to construct 12. Only 12. Huge segments in space, like space stations. I said it would be easier than before. Not easy. The old portal took 2 years to finish, and we're looking at months here rather than years. And anything but building directly in space would be idiotic. Oh yeah, in addition to Project Argus, it's going to be a very real strain on our reserves. But I suppose we give Dr. Lorenz everything his team wants. Thank you, Miss Urich. We'll be constructing the portal segments as soon as possible. Stop going for my money. I need to build 12 portal segments in space. Ah. I'm sorry, I got a war to worry about too. So we get 6 of those. We should probably also get rid of these. Self-repair protocol. Not really going to be very important. Ooh, grab that. Yes. Already we're sitting at 102. We just have cruisers. If she works, she works. And of course, we're out of rare earth metals again, so that's about as far as we can go. Oh, Nelly. Just about 25% though. Just about. As long as these guys stay busy, we can do some correcting of our own. And there's our interceptors. Perfect. 24%. Ah, crap. Not quite there yet. 183 for this fleet. That's significantly better than, what was it, what? 40, 50? Significantly better. Now these... What was it? It's a cruiser. These ones, unfortunately, were actually already tier 3. At least the cruisers were. Cruisers and the frigates. Carriers, however, are no good. Well, slightly better than what we got. So if we were to just go ahead and bring in 3 additional artillery pieces, tier 2. Yeah, but they want to focus on artillery damage. Let's do it. We'll do 3 heavies. And for you... What are these carriers? Pop that in. Oops. Give everybody plus 10%. We'll give them additional 5%. Just icing on the cake. It might not be a whole lot, but it will be something, and we'll keep our tier 3 units we have. Not enough room to sit there, so we'll wander on down over here. We'll take this fleet and bring it back up. Start working on that as well. We got a couple of these kitted out. Just a couple, I think, will be golden. We have a brand new fleet we can start here. You need a better fleet command ship. I forgot entirely about that. We'll grab that next turn. And they're busy scrapping over this system. Yeah, the Ika clan has to go. If we want to make a good push on Pegasus, this has to go. Unless they're going to push on Pegasus for us. Which they kind of do seem to be doing back and forth a little bit. Darius is leaving. The Golden World project apparently led them to a planet, and now they're packing up to go there. They aren't exactly keen to let us know where it is. So much about that alliance, I guess. We'll see. But we really would have liked them to stay here. Okay, well, I guess we're alone now. That's nice. We have the first expeditionary fleet, which is in dire need of protection. And Darius is going. Packing up and leaving. Which means we might have to move quickly and take over the worlds as they leave. Crap. Crapola. It's never easy. That's fine. Well, the Ika clan has 17 owned systems. We only see 3 of them here. They're a little bit bigger than what we thought. That's nice. And you're still enough of a fleet power to punch me right in the face. Alright, let's get you a Schumann. There we go. That's much better. As far as everybody else... Oh, if I were to wait 5 turns... we would have enough rare earth to get Bo back. Ooh, is this going to be a speed run to get Bo back up and running? It's going to be entirely what Pegasus does. If the Republic will give us those 5 turns, why not? Ooh. Ooh. The Ika clan is not exactly playing around. Yikes. They're throwing hands. The Suka knife has been found. Sir, our search was successful. We found the ship, but it's been stripped of anything valuable, and the crew's missing too. The perpetrators left us a short message, sort of a message, something like ink and scavengers were here. It was written in Ancorum, sprayed on the walls. Not very Ancorum-like of them. Well, what about they and the crew? How'd they end up there in the first place? They use some very high-tech tools to get close unnoticed, according to the black box of the Sukanai. With this info, we may have a better chance of detecting them in the future. The crew... well, the crew seems to be lost for good, unfortunately. Well, hopefully this is the last we'll hear of them. Unlikely. Now, we do happen to have one operative who's sitting around doing nothing, so let's bring him over to Zaire. Because I have... one side quest sitting here. We're going to start the mission. I swear to God, if there's another biomass release, I'm going to be real mad. Now this one, we do have 3 of 5 already confirmed. So there's no surprises, really. For the first 3, we know it's there. The last 2 would be questionable. The other ones, 2, no progress, and jammed open is 1 out of 5. Let's launch the investigation here. And we're gonna end the turn. We still got a ways for magnetic shielding to go through. Well, we're not at war with the Inca clan right now. Like, we aren't. So I'm not worried about them approaching our space. But I might have to put that fleet back down over here. Don't spend any rare earth metals. Just don't, Soul. Don't do it. Ah, cryo storage. Sir, our Derelict team has discovered some sort of a cryo storage facility. According to the scouting drone footage we received from them, a large number of cryopods have been forcibly opened, and the room is in beyond Arctic conditions since the cryostasis process itself is not halted, but the pods are now open. The footage also shows some unknown deceased alien wildlife, animal-like organisms that have been frozen by the ongoing cryostasis. Dr. Lorenz is receiving scans of them as you speak. According to our expert's initial evaluation, some specimens have clearly been experimented on, and the origin of these organisms is most likely not the Pegasus galaxy. Roger that. Sir, our Derelict team made it past the unstable cryo storage unit. Some medical supplies were used to prevent any potential harm from the cold, and some squad members are still experiencing slight symptoms of hypothermia based on the medical monitoring data they sent us. But according to our medical staff, they have nothing to worry about. Alright, so you lost one supply. Not bad. Not bad. This is going to be dicey. Alright, 190 fleet power. Not fully enough to stand toe-to-toe fleet for fleet. Come on. 3 more turns. 3 more turns and play nicely. All I want. I am sweating. We have a force now that could stand up to them. Bind. I also have 3 fleets waiting for new ships. That would be nice to have. But I want Bo. We need Bo back up and running. We need that industry sector back up and running. What is this? More space stations warping in. Oh, God. Experimentation chamber. Sir, our Derelict team has entered a distinctive complex of chambers, each filled with pods. It's hard to see what is inside based on the scouting drone footage, but our scientists tell us that these chambers have most likely been used for scientific experimentation. No hostiles detected so far. The team is requesting permission to set up camp and conduct proper research. Permission granted. Scan the perimeter for any potential threats, and be thorough. This is the closest we've gotten so far to whatever the Ancorum are doing with biotechnology. Sir, the Derelict team reported that as they got closer to the pods, whatever was inside them started squirming around more and more. They took emergency precautions and tried to avoid proximity, but one of the pods exploded, fatally wounding 3 squad members. Any further proximity has been deemed too hazardous. Lost 3 manpower. Okay. That's a little rough, but not bad. Governor has reached level 6. So that's nice. Extra bonuses. And return that down. 2 more turns. All I want, just 2 more turns. Please, 2 more turns. Oh, God, be nice. And still picking fights amongst themselves. That's not too bad. This is going to get expensive. Holy cow. It wouldn't be so bad if they weren't so much more powerful than us. That's the big thing. But if we're going to start fighting with the big boys, we need an economy to go with it. And we need planets. We need space. And not just the little pieces that we had before. We need bigger worlds. Collapse section. Sir, a derelict team has reported that a section of the ship has collapsed on them, fatally injuring 3 and injuring 2 more. Team's medical personnel are doing their best to keep the 2 alive as we speak. Roger that. Alright, so we lost 3 manpower and 2 more supplies. We're still good. Still functional. Magnetic shielding has been completed. Now we just need to find somewhere that had magnetic shielding. See if it was worth it. Did we have any systems that had magnetic shielding on it? I remember there being some somewhere. Yeah, this one. We have low gravitational pull, so that's going to screw with our ability to build anything larger than an outpost, which sucks. And of course, there's bow, which is completely contaminated. This would be nice if we get rid of extreme cold. Hostile wildlife. I think it's the next thing we're working on. Yes, it is. Is there anything else we should be focusing on at the moment? Oh, advanced material processing, black hole reactors. Yes. Yes. More resources, more power. Let's do it. Maybe it's a waste, who knows? We'll find out. Okay, all they did was reinforce their own system, so that's not too bad. Please let me get Bo back this turn. Please, please, please. We're gonna have to rebuild everything. But hopefully we get everything up and running fairly quickly. Hey, what do we got? Reactor. Sir, a derelict team is approaching what seems like some kind of a reactor facility. Based on the scouting drone footage we received, our experts have assessed the reactor is slowly collapsing, though we don't have any data on the specifics of the collapsing process. The team has reported that they're not sure if they can make it past, but as it's the only way forward, they're preparing to do so. We are reporting this to you per protocol, as there is a high chance of casualties. They're not detecting any radiation yet, but the heat is extremely intense, even far off from the reactor's enclosure. Oh, don't lose the team. Roger, report from as soon as possible, and in order to avoid radiation if detected. Sir, the derelict team has made it past the collapsed reactor. One of their squad members, drone engineer Dr. Heisey, collapsed in the heat, and they weren't able to drag him out in these conditions. We're low on manpower. We're almost at 30% casualties. That's not acceptable. On the bright side, Bo. Infected Bo. Glorious infected Bo. Purge this filth from this system. And just like that, it's done. Man, all right. What do we want? Well, we want industry. This is rare earth veins. We really want this up and running. And how about a governor? Energy production, rare earth production. I'd like to have this governor, but we can't demolish buildings, and we need to switch out the mines for something better. So we'll set them up there. You know, we'll even strip out the power plant too. We'll drop a fusion in. And that's all we can do. I need to upgrade this as well in order to get the orbital structures back online. But Bo's back. Bo's back, baby. And this is where the Pegasus Republic decides to go ahead and crush us. Right now. Still good? Still going back and forth? Good. Perfect. I'll take it. It's going to take us a hot second. But I think we can get Bo back up and running here fairly quickly, especially with our income we got. The rare earths are going to be very tight. The amount of minerals we have should make this fairly quick. Extraction. Sir, our Derelict team has entered a hangar section that consists of several large hangar-like bays that can be used for extraction. It is otherwise empty, except for 2 Ancorum ships that are barely intact. The walls have several control panels with bright flashing symbols on them. The team hasn't been able to get them to respond as of yet. According to analysis, the area seems to be an evacuation bay, and the ships still present were still under repair when the Derelict was evacuated. As they have detected no hostiles, the team's scientists are requesting permission to set up camp to examine, scan, and disassemble the ships. They should be able to open the bay for extraction. Permission granted. The ships are worth more than any supply cost. Extract the team once they've completed their research. Hey, 250 rare earth minerals. Nice. All cost was 9 supplies. I'll take it. I will gladly take that, because that's going to go directly back over here. What do we need? Rare earth refineries right off the bat. Get all 3 of those up and running. What can we do for strip mines? Actually, you know what? Let's get that up and running as well, because we need these harvesters back online as soon as possible, too. And ultimately, with that being said, I think we can start working on our fleet again. What are the other systems here? Barren, no atmosphere. Ship graveyard. A nice boost to mineral production be good here. We can put another industrial outpost here. This one is pretty much just going to be either research or Civi outpost. Is there any downside to power generation here? Nope, just no atmosphere. Civi outpost. Just to get that boost of power and the boost of happiness. Long-term happiness, which is something we have not focused on at all. And so far it's stayed above 50%, but just barely. Just barely. Oh, this is exciting. We're going to war, ladies and gentlemen. We might actually be able to stand on our own, too. If things go well. I think the Pegasus Republic is building more ships. They have to be. And getting stronger. Hey, we're out of there. Good job. Advanced material processing is complete. Mines gain +2. Perfect. Black hole reactors are on the move. Now our fleets. This fleet should be repaired, I think. Yeah, it's not being repaired at all. It requires 325 rare earths. Ugh. The secondary fleet can get out of here. We're going to level 2 for everything. Hold on a sec. You have Ajax cruisers already. Give you 4 carriers and 4 artillery. Yes. We'll finish that off next turn. And then at least we'll have a decent fleet ready to rock-ish. At least combined could take on that 300 fleet of theirs. Good jump in rare earths. Good jump. $296 all by itself. We could hit them. But we'll have nothing to follow up taking care of that. I think we'll get pushed back. One thing at a time. All right. So with you, cruiser damage and grand total unit damage. So actually, you having a fleet of cruisers might not be that bad of an idea. Just to be a little cheap. And focus strictly on cruiser upgrades, because I think we have 2 here that'd be strictly cruiser. Yep. That might be frightening. One more turn. One more turn and we'll see what we get. See, now, if the Ika clan didn't move after the Pegasus Republic, it would almost be better. Because then we could just come in behind them and steal the systems before they move in and take them. What kind of shape did that leave that fleet in, though? Kind of curious. 250. So they roughed them up pretty good. What they used? Oh, a couple fleets of decent size. That's what they used. All right. Long-term happiness is going up. Governor's leveling up. Rare earth refineries are going good. Can I set this to active? Aye. You, not gonna turn on, you're gonna turn on next turn. I hope to turn on next turn. Black hole reactors completed. And then we have a black hole up here. Not that one. Where's our black hole? Nope. It's all minerals. I was pretty sure we had a black hole somewhere. Not gonna be Annaba. Hey, there we go. Ixie. What is this build? That's a lot of energy. But that would like solve pretty much all of our problems for the immediate future. All right. Which means I'm a little bit worried about this derelict system then. Versus this one. It's already been completed. Could build a portal segment for 900 minerals and 100 rare earths, but first things first, shall we? I might have just enough for cruisers, 20, 40, 60, and 80. There we go. 124, 125, both of these, what do you need? 205 to repair that and 325 to repair that one. Yeah. Well, either way, we're going to take you and move you on over here. Because you're in dire need of an upgrade for your capital. And once that happens, then we can swap this fleet out. Bring them back and get their tier 1s swapped out for tier 2s. But at least this way we'll have a hammer set up, and if they go ahead, if the Pegasus Republic retakes this system, you can launch from here as well. Yeah, we'll do that. Fingers crossed. See what happens. Just kind of sitting waiting to see what at the moment. So far nobody's moved. Oh wow, okay. They decided to push up and ruin my plans. 2-system push, eh? Let's see if the Pegasus Republic decides to push back on you for that one. In the meantime, the longer they want to sit there and pick fights with each other, the better off we're going to be in the end. Rare Earth Refinery is done. Black hole reactor's up and running. One more Rare Earth Refinery to go in here. Honestly, with the black hole reactors, we don't have to worry about much of anything, really, at the moment. Be nice if we get to tier 3, but that's obviously going to be a little bit out of our reach at the moment. Like, this looks nice. Absolutely nice. Of course, here's our tier 3 structures for tier 3 ships. We need a colonizable world. Ideally that one. But if push comes to shove, might go for this one as well. They're losing a lot of systems. They had 17 last time I checked, and they've taken over everything here. And they've only gone up to 18. Something's going on in the background. Something untoward. And I will focus on ships one more time this turn. New ports. Well, aren't those lovely tier 3s? Pretty frigate damage and unit avoidance. Let's get artillery on this guy. And there we go. 2 turns, our fleets will be up and ready to go. Oh, hey! First expeditionary fleet actually did something. Nice! Didn't last, but they did something. Yeah, unfortunately, I think we are going to have to wage war against the Ika clan here. Hit them here. Take this all over. Slam into the Pegasus Republic. Lord have mercy. She's gonna get nasty here in the Pegasus Galaxy. Yeah, you were strictly cruisers, so you need all the cruiser bonuses. Just like that. Only mildly terrifying. You already have a Schumann. So you, we can pull back. There. We'll put you up there. And next time Pegasus Republic decides to make a move, well, be a shame if, what is this? Almost 500 fleet power came down on top of them. Crying shame. And that's where we're going to leave it for today. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming on out and checking out the Pegasus Expedition. Things are progressing. I'm actually kind of surprised the Pegasus Republic didn't try to steamroll us. Well, that's the way it kind of goes. It gave us time to get our feet back underneath us, get Bo back in line, get the resources up and running. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Feel a little bit better about our war economy now. Now all that's left now is to purge Reed from the galaxy for his traitorous ways. Everybody hates a traitor. Have a good weekend, everybody. See you next week. Take care.